For me, Bali is not just work, it's home, and it's also the place where my daughter is growing up. And that's why today I want to talk to you about a topic I'm asked about all the time by people who dream of moving here or spending long periods in Bali: school. The school system in Bali and the real educational options that actually exist. Because when it comes to children, you can't improvise. If you don't know me yet, my name is Francesca. I've been living in Bali for several years, and here I work in real estate investments. We build and develop villas, put them into income, and support investors and families who want to make conscious choices, not only from a financial point of view, but also in terms of lifestyle. The first fundamental thing to know is this: there is no single school system in Bali. There are very different worlds which change radically in terms of educational method, learning approach, language, discipline, values, and there is no right choice in absolute terms. There is only the right choice for your family and for your child. Let's start with local schools. These are Indonesian schools with a national curriculum, Bahasa Indonesian as the main language, a strong cultural and religious influence, of course, very affordable cost, and they are attended almost exclusively by Balinese and Indonesian children. They are a true cultural immersion, but in practice they are not the most common choice for expat families, especially if the stay is not permanent or if the children don't speak the language. Then there are international schools, the more structured and Western style ones. Here you find IB, Cambridge, British, Australian or American programs, international and multicultural classroom, English as the main language. They are mainly located in areas such as Canggu, Umalas, Kerobokan, Sanur. These are solid, well-organized schools, but also quite expensive. They are often chosen by families who are relocating long-term, want continually with European or American education system, are already thinking about international universities. And this is where Bali truly becomes Bali. Here you'll find alternative schools that would be very hard to find in many other countries. Schools inspired by Montessori, Steiner, structured homeschooling, emotional education, experiential learning. In these schools, the focus isn't just on studying, but on creativity, emotional intelligence, connection with nature. And for example, the most famous of them all is Green School in Ubud. It's an iconic school immersed in the jungle, built almost entirely out of bamboo and known worldwide. One thing that immediately stands out is that it's practically open air. Activities take place outdoors or in structures covered by roof but without walls. Children are in direct contact with nature and the rain and the earth. But the aspect that struck me the most is this: children learn to make compost using their own poop, which is then used to grow plants and vegetable gardens inside the school. It's an approach that may seem extreme, but it perfectly reflects the Green School philosophy. So the cycle of life and real sustainability. Here, education is not separated from everyday life, it is life. That said, it's important to be clear because Green School is a very good school, but is not for everyone. It requires great mental openness, adaptability, and also very high budget. It's not better than other schools, but it's deeply different, and it needs to be chosen with real awareness. The area where you live also makes a huge difference. Canggu and Umalas have many international schools. Ubud has an holistic approaches like the Green School, for example. Sanur is more traditional in schools. One mistake I see very often is this: choosing the house first and the school second. In Bali, it works the other way around. First, you choose the school, then you choose where to live. One thing I want to tell you very honestly is that Bali is not the perfect educational paradise like everywhere else. There are excellent schools, good schools, and schools that work less well. And not all children respond in the same way to the same methods. You need observation, you need listening, you need time, you need to how your children are. If there's one thing I've learned living here, it's this. Bali offers enormous educational freedom, but for this reason, you can choose lightly. The real value is not finding the most famous school, but the right school for your child. And also at this moment in their life. In the next videos, if you'd like, I can tell you about our personal experience, the real costs of schools, how to choose based on your child's age, and common mistakes I see expat families make. Let me know which topics interest you. I'll read your comments. If these videos were helpful, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!